Medicine is a science from which one learns the conditions of the human body with regard to health and the absence of health, the aim being to protect health when it exists and restore it when absent. Someone might say to us that medicine is divided into theoretical and practical parts, and that, by calling it a science, we have considered it as being all theoretical. To this we respond by saying that some arts and philosophy have theoretical and practical parts, and medicine too has its theoretical and practical parts. The division into theoretical and practical parts differs from case to case, but we need not discuss these divisions in disciplines other than medicine. If it is said that some parts of medicine are theoretical and other parts are practical, this does not mean that one part teaches medicine and the other puts it into practice, as many researchers in this subject believe. One should be aware that the intention is something else. It is that both parts of medicine are science, but one part is the science dealing with the principles of medicine, and the other with how to put those principles into practice. The author of these scientific sentences is Abu Ali al-Hussein ibn Abdullah ibn Sina, or Avicenna, better known as Ibn Sina, an Iranian physician who lived in the 10th and 11th centuries. Indeed, Ibn Sina, known in the West as Avicenna, was an extraordinary scholar whose contributions transcended cultural, religious, and political boundaries. He is revered worldwide for his profound insights and pioneering work in various fields, especially medicine. His masterpiece, Al-Qanun fi al-Tib, the Law of Medicine, has become a seminal work in the history of medicine and a standard reference for medical students worldwide. Ibn Sina's legacy as a clinician, teacher, and scientist continues to inspire and educate people from all walks of life, emphasizing the universality and timelessness of his teachings. In today's video, we will examine the 7 factors recommended by Ibn Sina, known as the Father of Medicine, to eliminate psychological disorders, maintain health, and prevent diseases. Before moving on to these factors, if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please take a few seconds to subscribe. If you have subscribed, we can start. Air. In his discussion of air, Avicenna elaborates on the impact of environmental air on the body and proceeds to delineate the various seasons and the characteristics of healthy air. According to the Qanun of Medicine, air serves as a fortifying agent acting to modify and cleanse the human body. Modification occurs as the air interacts with the pneuma during inhalation, while purification occurs as the air departs from it during exhalation. When the air remains balanced and pure, uncontaminated by any foreign substances, it promotes health and preserves it. However, when it becomes polluted, it functions in a manner contrary to its intended purpose. Air changes are classified into 2 categories: normal changes and abnormal changes. Normal changes refer to seasonal variations, as the air's temperament shifts with each season. Avicenna notes that each season possesses a distinct temperament. Spring is equable, summer is hot and dry, autumn is cold and dry, and winter is cold and wet. Abnormal air changes manifest in 2 ways: changes in substance and changes in quality. Changes in substance lead to the loss of healthy characteristics in substances, rendering them morbid. Changes in quality involve an excessive presence of heat, cold, moisture, or dryness. These changes are further categorized as homogeneous, such as intense heat during summer, and heterogeneous, such as intense cold during summer due to atmospheric disturbances. These abnormal air changes can lead to disorders in the human body. When air becomes polluted, it putrefies the humors. Avicenna emphasizes that good, healthy air is fresh and pure, free from the mix of smoke and vapors emanating from lakes, ditches, and damp land. Physical activity, body movement. In his second discourse, Ibn Sina delves into the concept of bodily movement and rest, elucidating their diverse impacts on the body. He asserts that the effects of physical activity on the human body hinge on several factors, including the intensity and duration of the movement, as well as whether it is coupled with periods of rest. Ibn Sina notes that individuals engaged in different occupations, such as ironsmiths or washermen, experience distinct effects from these physical movements. It is important to recognize that all forms of movement, whether severe, prolonged, brief, or interspersed with rest, collectively stimulate heat in the body. Conversely, rest is inherently cooling because it does not provoke heat and it alleviates congestion, which in turn calms the heat. Additionally, rest has a moistening effect as it prevents the dispersion of bodily fluids. Sleep and wakefulness. In his third discourse, Avicenna elaborates on the concepts of sleep and wakefulness, detailing their mechanisms and effects on the body. According to the Canon of Medicine, sleep is akin to rest, while wakefulness is akin to movement, but each has distinct characteristics. Sleep reinforces physical capacities, counteracts excessive depletions from movement, relaxes psychological features, alleviates certain types of fatigue, and facilitates digestion and the conversion of food into blood. Avicenna emphasizes the importance of moderate and timely sleep. He asserts that nighttime is the optimal period for sleep, and that sleeping during this time is particularly beneficial. In contrast, wakefulness is the antithesis of sleep. However, excessive wakefulness can disrupt the brain's temperament, leading to dryness and weakening. Excessive sleep, on the other hand, can have adverse effects, such as dulling psychological features, a sense of heaviness in the head, and susceptibility to cold-related diseases. Avicenna's insights underscore the significance of maintaining a balanced approach to sleep and wakefulness for overall well-being. Psychic movement and repose. In his fourth discourse, Ibn Sina delves into the realm of psychic movement and repose, elucidating the nature of emotions such as fear, anger, happiness, embarrassment, and upset, along with their mechanisms, effects, and potential complications on the body. Ibn Sina posits that all psychic conditions arise from either inward or outward movement of pneuma. According to the principles of the Canon of Medicine, outward movement of pneuma results in the cooling of the interior, whereas inward movement leads to the cooling of the exterior and the heating of the interior. These movements can occur suddenly or gradually. For example, anger represents a sudden outward movement, while moderate happiness or pleasure manifest as gradual outward movements. Conversely, fear involves a sudden inward movement, while sorrow entails a gradual inward movement. It is important to note that an absence of moderation in these emotional states can disrupt the body's normal functioning and lead to disease. Ibn Sina further argues that the human body is not only influenced by psychic notions, but also by other psychic states, which can impact physical factors as well. Foods. In the introduction of this section, Ibn Sina outlines that foods and drinks act in three distinct ways within the human body. 1. By their quality. Foods in this category impact the body by altering its four main qualities: hotness, coldness, moistness, and dryness, without being absorbed or assimilated. They possess a pharmaceutical property rather than a nutritional one. Examples include pepper, ginger, and clove. 2. By their element. Foods in this category undergo digestion and absorption, ultimately becoming part of the body. They possess a nutritional property rather than a pharmaceutical one. Examples include meat and bread. 3. By their substance as a whole. Foods in this category exert their effects due to their specific form, which is distinct and cannot be solely explained by quality or element. Examples include traditional antidotes, which correspond to antioxidants in modern medicine. Ibn Sina emphasizes that food alters the state of the human body through its quality and quantity. While the effect of food quality has been previously described in terms of quantity, overeating can lead to indigestion, obstruction, such as atheroma plaque, and putrefaction. Conversely, reducing food intake can result in emaciation or cachexia. Furthermore, Ibn Sina categorizes foods into three types. 1. Light food. This type produces diluted blood. 2. Heavy food. This type produces concentrated blood. 3. Moderate food falls between the other two categories. Each of these types of food can be either rich or poor in nutrition. Light food that is rich in nutrition, such as meat extract. Heavy food that is poor in nutrition, such as cheese. Light food that is poor in nutrition, such as apples. Heavy food that is rich in nutrition, such as beef. Waters. Water, one of the four elements alongside air, fire, and earth, is present in all foods and drinks. According to the Canon of Medicine, water does not directly nourish the body, Rather, it aids in liquefying and transporting food into the vessels and channels, and in correcting the consistency of food. Therefore, water plays a crucial role in completing the process of nutrition. There are various types of water characterized by what is mixed with it and the dominant quality it possesses. In Avicenna's view, the best type of water is spring water, provided it meets certain conditions. It is not dominated by any particular quality. It is not polluted by extraneous elements. It is exposed to the sun and winds. It is situated on pure earth. In this section, Ibn Sina also discusses water purification and its methods. He suggests that pure, non-muddy soil can cleanse water and absorb any superfluous material present in it. Additionally, he notes that boiling water is a method of making it healthy. Another method Ibn Sina describes for determining the quality of water involves using its weight. 2 pieces of linen or wool, equal in weight, are soaked in different types of water to be identified. After completely drying them, the pieces are weighed again. This process allows for the differentiation between light and heavy water based on their weights. Depletion and retention. In the final section, Ibn Sina emphasizes the importance of natural depletion and retention in maintaining health. He notes that impairment of these functions can lead to various diseases, with different reasons underlying each disorder. Ibn Sina explains the causes of abnormal retention and depletion as follows. Abnormal retention causes: 1. Weak repulsion. 2. Strong retentive force. 3. Weakness of digestion, dyspepsia, which prolongs the presence of food in the digestive system, hindering proper digestion. Dyspepsia is highlighted as one of the worst causes of these disorders. 4. Structural disorders such as narrowing and obstruction of the intestines. 5. Concentration and viscosity of material, making it difficult for the repulsion force to overcome them. 6. Distemperament such as putrefaction. 7. Secondary diseases such as intestinal rupture. 8. Compound diseases such as intestinal swelling. Abnormal depletion causes: 1. Strong repulsive force. 2. Weakness of the retentive. 3. Different effects of substances, foodstuffs, in the digestive system, including heaviness, distension, and irritation. 4. Watery nature of ingested substances aided by dilated channels, as seen in cases of spermatoria. 5. Occasional obstruction due to extreme dryness and occlusion of the channels. Ibn Sina explains that every kind of depletion causes coldness and dryness of temperament. Balanced depletion and retention, occurring when needed, are beneficial for maintaining health. Furthermore, Ibn Sina is recognized as the first author to discuss lifestyle factors in the history of medicine. He had a clear understanding of these factors and their impact on human health. He believed that lifestyle modification should be the cornerstone in preventing or reducing a large number of diseases, and that a healthy and prolonged life depends on their balance. He expressed and classified these factors based on their importance and effectiveness in maintaining optimum health and eliminating disease. Thank you for watching. If you found Ibn Sina's health advice insightful and valuable, please consider subscribing to our channel. Your support helps us continue sharing his wisdom and promoting a healthier lifestyle based on his teachings. Subscribe now and join us in exploring the timeless wisdom of this great scholar.